All right, in this video, we're gonna announce the winner of the Q200, the Senior Citizens Day contest. As usual, I'm gonna go through all the images, give you a quick critique, and then we'll announce the winner. Just bear with me, because allergies, they are driving me nuts today. Okay, let's start a screen record here. I'm gonna put timestamps in the bottom so you can jump back and forth in case you need to. Let's find here. Okay, so here's a picture, active seniors, that looks great. The focus, I can't tell where the focus is. I think you focus way in the front. Keep an eye on that. Focus on your subject is the most important thing. And here, he looks a little bit out of focus and her sleeve looks sharp. His face looks a little blurry or something. This one's beautiful, kayaking, I mean, great. I wish I would have seen more of the kayak, the paddles, more of her legs and stuff, like the full scene, but that's beautiful, leading lines, great photo. This one's like magazine. The lighting, the atmosphere, the beautiful photo, perfect. I just wish I had more contact. We know it's a person walking. As far as Senior Citizens Day, you just, not quite the concept there. This one, it does look a little bit over edited. It's a great shot, very cute, laughing, enjoying life, perfect photo. This one I really like. Again, active, that hit the concept dead on, beautiful photo. Okay, this one, it looks a little overexposed here at the bottom. I mean, we're doing something active, bread, cutting pastry, something, looks good. This one, I got a kick out of it. It's very funny and I loved it, but she's out of focus and blurry. That's your main subject, it should be sharp. Unfortunately, your main subject is not focused. This one to me is very aesthetically pleasing, beautiful image. I even had to look in to see if the fence behind it was added with AI or something, but it's not, it's a real photo and it looks perfect. I mean, the concept, the lines, the blue, everything being blue, it's just awesome. This one picking oranges, again, active lifestyle, or peaches, whatever those are, but I think that's gonna be a great seller. By the way, you guys did a fantastic job with this contest. I guarantee there's gonna be a lot of good selling images here. This one I love. I just wish they would be looking at the camera, a little bit more contact. Put the camera in front, looking at the camera. I think that makes a stronger connection. This one here is not so much active lifestyle, but you've earned it. Take a nap, enjoy it, go outside, relax. I think that could be a good seller. This one here, honestly, it looks more like a snapshot. It's got good focus, it's got good sharp image, but the composition, it's just more like something we just snapped and did. The pull in the background's a little distracting. He's got a leash, but no dog. Like, there's too many elements that don't go with the photo. That was interesting, but look at the composition. You're cutting both of their feet. Be very careful with the composition. Leading lines, active, you know, the cart thingy here. The horizon's a little bit crooked. I see a little bit tilted on the water, but it is a great photo. I think you're gonna be selling that one. This one, we're missing context. She's looking down, looking at something. I wanna see what she's looking at. So again, just be very careful when it comes to context. This one I thought was perfect. The concept, interacting with technology, FaceTiming somebody, great job. That was mine. This one here, cooking. See what I mean by interacting with the camera and showing what you're doing? It's perfect. The lighting conditions were a little harsh, but you did fantastic here by moving the highlights on the background and their clothing instead of on distracting areas. But great job with that one. This one had a lot of potential, but I think the distance hurt a little bit. The trash can there is distracting, and then showing the outside of the building, it's also a little distracting. If you were a little bit closer and include more of the wall and less of everything around it, I think it would have been a great shot. Even horizontal, zoomed in, I think it would have been fantastic, but it's a very good picture. This one here, again, looks snapshotty. Snapshotty, is that a word? The angles, the walls are a little crooked, the cooking, it's great. A little bit more attention to the composition would have made a better image. This one it's a portrait, driving a truck, a big truck. Remember what I've said about cutting people's hands off. Be very careful with that. This one here I loved. It's just funny, everyday life. It looks awesome. We're doing something here. Active, kind of active. The dog there with his bits hanging out is kind of strange, but it's daily life. That's how it is. The color though, it does need to pop a little bit more. I think the edit could benefit with just a little bit more neutral white balance, and then adjusting the contrast or something, but good, nice job. This one here was very good. It looks like an Old West thing. Again, the edit looks a little vintage, but it's a great portrait. It's more of a portrait than the concept image I was looking for. Very similar to the other one, looking at the camera, analyzing buttons, looking at things. Nice photograph. This one plain, active, I mean, yeah, fantastic. This one I really liked as well, recording the 82nd birthday with all the decorations and everything. Compositionally, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of who's taking the photo just from the back. See, you're including just a little bit, but not enough. If you're gonna include some, make it enough, and otherwise just crop it in a little bit tighter. But I think that's a great photo. This one doesn't tell me much. It's just somebody with a cup. I think it said picnic. It's good, a great portrait. It's blurry. This one, I gotta be honest, I thought it was AI. I started counting fingers, I started looking at everything. I love it. The edit needs a little bit of help, in my opinion. I'm more of a natural colors, more for usage, especially if you're talking about stock photography. You want things to look natural so it could be used. And just because of the coloring and the skin tones, it looks a little bit fake, but I love that photograph. That's the concept dead on. I mean, literally everybody active, taking a selfie. I love that, even with the distortion of the wide angle. Nice job, just work on your edits. This one, sharing information, passing, but again, it's not sharp and out of focus, but that's a great photograph. If it was sharp, I think it would be a great seller. This one here has a lot going on. This guy's looking at the screen, that one too. The other one's waving, but he's out of focus and cut off. So again, it looks a little bit like a snapshot. Again, another snapshot. There's just not much here to go by. Somebody here laying back, looking at the phone. A little bit more engagement with the smile or expression, I think would go a long way. Again, playing, throwing the ball. That looks pretty good. Composition, maybe a little bit tighter. If you could zoom in a little bit and make it more about them instead of everything else, or get closer if you could, I think would be a much more sellable photo. These here just look like family photograph. They're good, but they, it's just like a family event. A portrait, not exactly what I was going for. It's a beautiful portrait. Lighting is perfect. Great lighting, great composition for a portrait. It's just not exactly Senior Citizens Day. That one's pretty good. Bird watching with the dog sitting in the park. That's pretty good. I like that. This one just quite doesn't have the quality. It's a little bit too far away for working. Again, that's a duplicate. This one was really good. I like this, but look at the composition. Be very careful. If you just brought the camera down a little bit, you would eliminate that stuff up there. The highlights are also blown out on the hair and whatever they're eating here. And that's just very difficult lighting conditions, but good job on this one. That one with the truck, more of a post portrait, doesn't really give me much for Senior Citizens Day. And the focus, that they focus on the outside of the truck and not on him. Again, senior citizen needing ice cream. I hope you sell that one. That one's good. Yeah, great portrait or self-portrait. You did fantastic. The lighting is perfect. The background looks really, your lighting is on point. Awesome job with this one. See the difference? Eyes in the upper third. Let's look at this one. Now you got a lot of headroom, and that's affecting your composition. There's too much on the top and not enough on the arms and everything else. So be very mindful of your composition and the white balance. But nice job. This one looks a little bit muted and the white balance is off. It's a good cultural image. I think that would be a good seller. Just pay attention to your editing. There we go, eating a hamburger. Now there's more context. I can see more of what's happening. Nice job here. That looks good. That's fun. Boxing. That looks like a cool photo shoot. Yeah, lighting is good. Composition's good. Laughing, sharing, lifestyle. Perfect. The tattoos, however, be very careful with tattoos. There's been a lot of issues lately with tattoos and ownership and a lot of legal stuff. Okay, there we go. Now we're out in the woods, green. The lighting here is perfect. Again, it's just a portrait of a senior citizen. It's not really celebrating Senior Citizens Day. And again, pay attention to the headroom because you're cutting her arm and elbow and there's a little bit too much on top. Bring that down and that will improve the composition. This one I like a lot. Working, work portrait, yeah, that's perfect. That's a great idea for a Senior Citizens Day. This one out in the grass. Again, it doesn't quite have the detail. It looks like it missed focus. It's just not sharp. Just be very careful with where you focus. It looks like you might have focused on the leg. Okay, this one here, making bread or dough or something. It looks great. A little bit of stuff in the nose. It's fun, activity sharing. Yeah, nice job. It just looks like there's a little bit too much in the image, if that makes sense. Move the camera more towards them, maybe horizontal, so you can focus more on what's happening instead of the environment as much. Again, another portrait. You're doing fantastic with the portraits. Good job. The lighting is on point. That's nice. That's a good editorial. Everybody out, hanging out, talking. Yeah, nice. Good photograph. Just pay attention to the lines. Look at the post here. It's leaning a little bit. The top, the horizon might be a little bit off. In Lightroom, that's an easy fix. This one's interesting. Again, it's more of a portrait, old Western portrait. Nice job. The color grading, everything. There's a lot of work that went into that photograph. A little noisy, but yeah, that's a good portrait. Nice job. This one's fun, you know, lifestyle, shopping, brand names. What's Jamaica? Nice. The fragrances in the background. Nice. Good job. Where's the focus though? It looks like it focused on her arm instead of on her face. So again, focus is very important. There you go. Lifestyle, fixing the guitar, restringing a guitar. Perfect. Good photograph. That's a different type of concept, but that's a good sellable photo. That one's very powerful, very strong, very connection. Again, with Senior Citizens Day, not exactly sure that's the concept here. I actually don't know what the concept is. I would like to see what they're looking at, but that's a great portrait. Great job here. The other people that I thought were edited with AI is the same model. So it's not AI because it's the same people here. It was an event and you went and made a great job with the photograph. This one's beautiful. Actually, I have to look at the camera settings to see how you got that separation because it's on point. Great job with this photograph. See, again with the kayak, but see what I mean by cutting the hand and just instead of showing more of the kayak, we need, that's a great portrait. Not exactly the adventure kayaking, because we're halfway showing the concept, but not all of it. And I think it would improve that way. Cooking outdoors, again, the lighting's very good. So a little bit of highlights on the shoulder, but that's not bad. And a little bit over here, but it's not distracting at all. Nice job. I think some of these photos are gonna be very good sellers for stock. Again, this just looks like a family event more than the Senior Citizens Day concept. Playing again, see this one's a little bit closer, so it goes more to the action. Now, if you were in the front as they're throwing the ball, laughing and smiling at you, I think it would be a little bit more powerful and add more use to that photograph. Woodworking, carpentry, that looks very, very good photograph. Focus, on point. Yeah, beautiful job. Nice portrait here. That looks very good. That has a lot of sellability from multiple angles. So good photo. Okay, here's somebody throwing the ball and that one, but the action is going away from the camera instead of towards the camera, if that makes sense. Composition should have been being on the other side, looking at where the ball is going. Just be careful not to get hit with that thing. It looks heavy, but nice job. Perfect. Composition is very well done. Texting, sending messages, or FaceTiming. Very good job. The lighting, beautiful portrait. This one is hard to see the focus because it looks soft here in the middle. They should be the ones that are sharp instead of anybody in the background, but nice event photo. There you go. As far as lifestyle, that could be a great seller. Maybe a little bit tighter so it's not as distracting with the elements in the background. A little bit closer, maybe a plain background would make this a very sellable photo. And I don't know that I recognize the logo on the cup, so that could be okay, but that's somebody else's artwork. So just be very careful with names and labels and stuff, but that could be a very good selling photograph. That's awesome. Lifestyle, it's a little bit overexposed in the background. Maybe change your angle a little bit. Are those lights or is that just a glare from, it looks like light, so good job. But again, let's look at, see, it's a little bit of motion blur. Be very careful with camera settings, guys. You want things to be sharp. If your main subject is blurry, then you're kind of missing the point. This one, I don't really know what it is. Somebody driving from, interesting. That one's fun, active. I don't know if it's a dance or a marathon or something, but it looks fun. Good job with that one. Walking by the supermarket, again, that just has more of a snapshot feel, more than, It just doesn't have a lot for the concept. Is that a reenactment? But again, it's a good picture. It's not quite sharp, and it doesn't have the Senior Citizens Day concept. This one was fun. The edit is really cool. But again, we can't see the people. They were maybe looking at the camera. I think it would have been fun. But nice job with that. The edit looks really good. Again, same, is that the same photograph? But it's the same thing. It just looks over edited. Soft and a little bit of motion blur. This one was interesting. I would like to see a little bit more about what's happening or where this is. There's a ribbon here and her head is blocking, so the composition could use a little bit of help, maybe wait with the timing, but it hits the concept dead on. I'm just missing context as to what the image is, or maybe her head to the side, or just something that's not distracting. But very good job here. That looks like a self-portrait, but it is not sharp. And again, it just doesn't quite have the same concept. Same thing with this one. See, that's a little bit better. It's less distracted, but now we can read the cup. So again, be careful with that. Maybe use something plain, but the rest of it looks on point. Be careful with names and labels on the prescriptions though. That one's fun. That looks out and about, just snapping a shot that could be used editorial. Good job here. I hope it doesn't look sharp, and it could just be the upload. It just looks like it's a tight crop. And it looks like that is it. All right, this time we're gonna do things a little bit differently. I wanna announce the winner, but then I also wanna announce second and third place, or honorable mention. Unfortunately, I don't have a prize for you guys, and I wish I could give everybody a prize. Your photos are very good, and I really wish that I could share more, but I'm not in that position yet. Maybe later I could. I want to give everyone a huge thank you for participating. Your images are awesome, and I really hope you start selling a lot of these images. A big thanks to Newer for providing the Q200, and now we're going to select the winner of this contest. The winner of the Newer Q200 for Senior Citizens Day is Jim Lambert with this photograph. The composition, the visual appeal of the image, the colors, everything, just fantastic shot. Thank you so much for submitting this image, and I hope you start selling that as well. I'll be in touch with you via email so we can get your details. Now, as a second place, again, I don't have a prize, but I just want to mention who I would have chosen second is this one by Belgio. Again, lifestyle, to the point, no distracting backgrounds, it just looks fantastic. Great job here. And for third place, and now we have a tie for the third place, because I was really pleased to see this photo with Greg Kelton. Smile, excited, you have that just perfect Senior Citizen Day, FaceTiming someone, family. Great job with this photograph. I could definitely see this selling. It's got everything visually is here. Now the other one that I really liked is this one by Giuseppe Lombardo. Fantastic image. Again, like I said earlier, just be very careful with the skin tones and the edits. This had a little bit of that AI feel, and it wasn't until I saw the same people in a different photograph that I realized that they were real people. And that's mostly because of the edit. It has everything I was looking for. Maybe the composition, a couple of the people in the background could have been on the other side, but fantastic job. Again, I wish I had something for everybody. Just right now, small channel. I'm not at Mr. Beast level yet. If I had to change something here, yes, the red ties in with everything, maybe a little bit closer so there's less distractions in the background. We can still see that you're outside, but there's more centered on, move the camera a little bit to the left so we can shoot through and see more of your hand over here on the left-hand side or right-hand side, depending how you're looking at it. And there's too much space on one side. Just make it more about you with the tablet, and I think that would have made it a much more or a little slightly stronger composition, which would add the sellability of the photo. Again, thank you everybody that participated. Don't forget there's a new contest going on right now, Beer Lovers Day. So don't forget to submit those images before the deadline. And again, thank you everybody that rated photographs, because that is massive help when it comes time to selecting or choosing a winner. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.